Say you want a revolution. Well, we all want to save the world. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. I know I'm a terrible singer. I know that because I was told when I was about 7 years old by a girl in primary school. Isn't it interesting the way we take those little things that people say to us throughout our lives and kind of inject them into our personality and let them form part of ourselves? Anyway, Russell Brand is calling for revolution. And a lot of people are. I want revolution. I don't get me wrong. I love Russell Brand. I love Russell Brand so much that if I were to do a video on things that girls like me look for in a guy, it would just basically be a video of Russell Brand. Why Russell Brand, I hear you ask? Because he is gorgeous, he's got long hair, he's vegetarian, but primarily because he is a perfect example of somebody who has followed his path, although it was led by his ego to begin with, and found his soul mission. And he is using the platform that he has been, well, not just given by the universe, but manifested for himself. He's using that platform now to serve others and to serve humanity. And he's been doing that by calling for revolution in all the various ways that we need revolution on this planet. Yeah, and he's absolutely right. We do need a revolution. Lots of things are basically falling to bits on this planet. Something needs to change. Russell Brand's calling for the revolution, but what is this revolution going to look like? This is a question that everybody keeps asking Russell Brand, expecting him to come up with the answer. This is completely ridiculous and misguided. Just because he's asking questions doesn't mean that he has to come up with the answer. We are all in this together, and we all created this. And one of the solutions that he comes up with is, the power is in the rich. Those are the people with the power, and we have to fight them and they have to start looking after our interests. If anybody has ever looked into the ancient Essenes, they are an ancient civilization who believed in the idea of cosmic mirrors. Now, if you're not familiar with the idea of cosmic mirrors, a cosmic mirror is basically just an idea that everybody you meet in the universe, everybody you meet in the world, in your life, is somehow mirroring back something to you, but just everybody who comes into your experience. Like, so maybe you have a really positive feeling towards them, like you fall in love with them, or you have a really, really negative feeling, like, why is this person causing me so much stress and drama? It's because they are mirroring something back to you. I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying, there is this theory and you can go and read about it or watch about it and make up your own mind. Okay? So that means that sometimes, a person that you get into a relationship with might be very deceitful or whatever, and it's because it's mirroring something back to you. And there's 7 different mirrors, so it's not saying that you are definitely deceitful. It could be, something, perhaps you just judge people who are deceitful, or perhaps you used to be deceitful. Maybe you meet somebody and they're really successful, or they're a free spirit, or something that you want to be, or that you used to be and you miss, and that's why you like this person. This person is just reflecting back something that you like about yourself, or that you hate about yourself. Okay, so that's the idea, and you can go and read more about it if you want to know about all the other different mirrors. Anyway, how this relates to what I'm saying about Russell Brand is, he is directing, and a lot of people are doing this, directing a lot of anger and a lot of fear towards the powers that be. And let's all agree they are not behaving in our best interests. We know that the powers that be are not serving us. That is becoming quite apparent to most people now. It's not just me that's saying this anymore. It's now a lot of people are realizing this. Perhaps the powers that be are just a reflection of ourselves. And they are just protecting their own interests because we are just protecting our own interests. And we're expecting them to start caring about us when we can't even care about each other. Perhaps instead of directing so much anger and so much negativity towards them, who we cannot control, we should just accept the things that we can change. And that's our own hearts. That's our own behaviors and our own attitudes. Maybe the real revolution that Russell Brand is looking for, and that a lot of people are looking for, is a revolution that starts within ourselves. The government are just people. They come from society. They are people just like us. And maybe, George Carlin's got it right. Maybe this is the best we can do. They're just people looking after their own shit, just like you and me looking after our own shit. Not thinking twice about our fellow man or our fellow dog or our fellow woman or our fellow child, when actually they are you. They are just you in a different expression, in a different physical body. But they're really not that different. Why do we only care about ourselves in our immediate circle? Everything comes back to you anyway. So if we actually want the powers that be, or anyone with power, or anybody who makes a difference to your life, or anybody who comes into your experience to care about you, you have to care firstly about yourself and treat yourself well. Secondly, you have to overflow that care and that love to other people around you and be compassionate and act in the interests of everybody concerned. Not just those immediately around you or those that you can see, because there are people who we can't see who our choices actually affect their lives. Not just people, beings on this planet are impacted by our behavior, and we need to start to being more conscious of that. And that's the only way change is going to come. You're calling for a revolution. It's got to start inside first. Start behaving to other people the way that you expect other people to behave to you, and the world is going to change. I'm telling myself this as well. I'm not just, shouting on you guys. I'm just saying we've got to start thinking like this, all of us. And we've got to start leading by example, not telling other people to change, but just be that example to other people that you can really live your life like this. You can really think about other people. You can really think about animals. You can try and do your best in every moment. Just because you can't make that difference all the time doesn't mean you shouldn't, in every moment that you exist, try and make the best decision. It's like when you slip up with veganism and you're undercalmed and you not accidentally, but you get a little tempted by that cake that your friend baked and have a little bite and you're like, shit, that wasn't vegan. I'm not a vegan anymore. Some people wouldn't even try. But a lot of viewers on this channel, you're trying, you're trying the plant-based thing. You're giving it your best shot. For some people, it's going to be really easy. Some people, not so easy, because we're all on a different path. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is it's hard enough trying to change yourself. So why are we starting with other people? Let's create a change in here first. Okay? Peace out. Where was I? What did I want to say? Russell Brand. We are completely over-consuming all sorts of things like animal products and lots of other things. Yeah, okay. Just basically, the world's going to shit. Well, I'm not going to go into it. After all, the government are just people that suck. Blech.